Alrighty, Zai here, and I'm doing a special 4v4 commentary. I was going to wait until I was done with the campaign to do this, but I just couldn't because this game is too fun and a lot of people have been requesting it. So, we've got Zai right here. Sai is on my random team. Green over here, Twig something, and Beeman. These two apparently played together last game because they're same plan. I don't know if they're an AT or if they just happen to play together again. It happens in fours. Never met these guys before, so we're going to have some fun with them. You'll notice that in chat. We like to enjoy our 4v4. We got Zerg Torment down here, Zerg Crazy Drug, Zerg Blaze Up, and this guy. I'm assuming Crazy Drug and Blaze Up are an RT because they both have names about drugs. Anyway, I'm teching Mothership Huck style. Sai does not know who Huck is. And already we see an 8 pool by the Zerg. Are his friends doing it? Looks like, yeah, 8 pool for teal, and red is actually going to legitimate build with gas and stuff, so that's good at least. Are we going to be ready for this double 8 pool? I'm not. I'm chrono boosting my probes, neither of us getting a gateway yet. Sai is going, Sai didn't know this happened, Sai is going gas first, and our ally just now getting his gateway. So this double 6 pool could be a problem if they decide to hit the same player, which I'm guessing they will. Spawning pool is it's finishing, and I just started my gateway. This is why beginning of the games are kind of slow for Sai. I see that now. Toss is not doing anything too suspicious. The only good thing, this double 8 pool in 4s is extremely hard to defend. The only good thing is it cripples their economy. We've got, wow, frame rate dying. We've got 9 workers for the Zerg, and I'm already rolling out 16 workers. So definitely an advantage for us. Maybe not the best player here. He's not rallying his lings like he should be. Teal did a better job of that, so Teal's lings are a little bit ahead. They're probably going to go to me or green, most likely. They could go up to Sai. We'll just have to wait and see. You always want to run through here. You can catch overlords and stuff going by, kind of see what races your enemies are. And, you know, off chance of a proxy. Blue is waiting for extra lings to come. They do have an overlord sitting on top of me, so they know that I don't have anything. His overlord's flying away, and yellow is bringing one. But here they go. Our ally, yeah, Icon has air. Our ally told us to get units, and, well, he is getting 2 gate and a cyber core. He has no units. This could be bad news. Probes could beat these 6 lings. 8 more, gonna be a problem. I've told him to get men. Sai, 0 units as well. Glad they didn't hit him, because he's going to be a lot better in the late game than our ally would have been. No offense, green. A lot of zerglings, 16 of them. Our ally's pretty much screwed. He's trying to get his 400 minerals so that he can hopefully get away and get an expansion. Not going to happen. 350 though, not bad. He should have canceled that gas and that would have gotten him back. Yeah, back to his 400. I'm chronoing a stalker. Only I was going more of a tech build. I kind of wasn't ready for this 8 pool. I don't like to play real early game in 4s. So I'm glad they didn't hit me because I would have to be the one rebuilding. Now, the Zergs do make a small mistake, well, pretty large mistake. They should kill this Nexus and go. 2 assimilators, and even this Gateway and Cyber Core, they can kill that with 1 Zergling whenever they want. Instead, they're taking the extra time to kill these other buildings, which is bad news in the long run, because it's giving me time to get my 2nd and 3rd Gateways up, and to get out a couple more units. I'm kind of trying to make a wall in my entire base to give my Stalkers some time to beat things up. This guy is going to be emo most of the game. He wants us to protect ourselves. Whatever. So I've just got 2 Stalkers and a Zealot against a shit ton of Zerglings. Will I be able to save that or protect my base? I don't know. The only good thing is that they can't really get in that well except around back here, which they are doing. I should have built a pylon. However, great spot for my probes to be. Now they're rolling around the back, so I'm going to bring in the rest of my probes. These Zerglings aren't doing anything, though, which is great for me. So I'm basically just fighting this little army of Zerglings right now. More coming in, but they're hitting buildings. These are not a concern. They should have brought every one of these Zerglings into my worker line and just taken out all my workers. Instead, I'm going to be able to survive this with 12 workers. Lost my Cyber Core, but that's not too big of a deal. I can rebuild that while I'm resaturating. I've got lots of money to get probes. Now, you think we're hurt really bad, but this is a good thing about getting 8 pooled, is units. So I have 12 probes. That kind of sucked. Our ally's down to 8. But if you look at Zergs, they have 12, 15, and 18 drones. And Sai, crap, I missed this. Sai is bringing in Hellions. and they're ready for this. He's getting 4 spine crawlers, but that's effectively 4 dead drones. He killed off these 4 drones, and he spent 400 minerals getting spine crawlers. Yeah, it'll protect him from size Hellions, but he's got a lot of zerglings. Like, well, maybe he couldn't have helped done the same thing. And his ally would have come in and helped him. So even though size Hellion harass isn't doing that much here, killed a drone. He did force this guy into getting 4 spine crawlers, maybe even a couple more lings. Teal's getting a spine crawler, and Red had already gotten one, so at least he's not a little girl. What's going on with our other guys? Just mass stalkers over here by Purple. Our ally looks like same thing, mass blink stalkers. Green trying to get back in the game. And I have stalkers and zealots as well. Back to side. Oh, our ally decided to move out and then decided to pull back. So maybe not mass stalker, maybe mass zealot with yep, almost got speed. That's good for him. So mass zealot with speeds. And charging on in there. What's the cooldown charge? 7 seconds or something? So he's engaging. He's completely outnumbered here. I don't know what he was doing. He saw these units at the Xel'Naga Tower, and he kind of just walked in and died. So we're not playing a top tier diamond players here, but whatever. Roach is moving in. Psy moving up to, well, an expansion, but nothing there. I'm moving my men to the choke. I'm anticipating these guys to push, but they're apparently going to try and chase Psy down instead. Another spine crawler coming up. Psy is like, whatever, 1 spine crawler, not going to kill me fast. Blazed Up does not have 12 workers. Well, he had a couple more on gas. I missed a lot of this during the game. So Psy is trying to chase these down. Kills all but 9 workers, so at least that helps catch, well, 10 workers. That drops that guy below our ally, who still has no other units. He's just been resaturating. So 27, 17, 28, and 23 workers. The Zergs still have 18, 18, and 11 workers. So bad. Like, you kill an ally, you either have to kill 2 people with your triple ling rush, or you need to kill 1 and just pump drones if they're not counterattacking, which we clearly weren't. Because our guy who lost his base is now ahead of them in worker count. Again, I don't know if these guys are like top tier diamond players. I didn't check. But yeah. So here comes an attack from 2 fronts. Psy moves out a little too eager. Some good force fields could hopefully cut the stalkers off, but doesn't look like that's happening. And now I'm getting hit from roaches, and he's just going to move up into my base here in a second. So we're going to be fighting 2 battles here. I'm going to be chasing these roaches so I don't lose all my eco. Psy wants this guy to get back to his siege tanks. Tanks will do fine there. I'm warping in a couple more stalkers. I need to watch my probes because that's what he's going to try and focus, I think. But it looks like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to trap these, not lose many units. Purple is choosing not to engage. I should move in a little bit more here since I have 3 stalkers not shooting, but no big deal. Might have cost me a couple hits of roaches. Purple wisely falling back. Not sure if he could have blinked in and killed 4 tanks with these stalkers, marines, and hellions supporting. However, blue, red, and purple all have expansions, I think up. Yeah. Whereas Psy is just now getting his, and our ally is just now getting his. Obviously, green was still hurting, and I took some time to recover, although I should be dropping an expansion here pretty soon. Oh, shoot, sorry. Should I back this up? How do I do that? Alright, mutas. Yeah. So, while this attack's going on, too, mutas are coming. And they're going to be beating up on... Where is this? Yeah, this is right as we're cleaning up this attack. The mutas come in. There's 7 of them. That's enough to do some probe damage. Luckily for us, this guy doesn't use his mutas. Oh, Twig, GG's. Loser. Luckily for us, this guy doesn't use his mutas that well. He should have killed the workers, maybe killed this one, and then moved on. Look at this. So much damage would have been done right here. He could have just crippled green again. But instead, he's trying to focus down the Nexus with Mutalisks. 7 of them? Really? You think that's going to happen against Stalkers and Marines? I don't think so. So, a huge break for us. Green should have lost his workers. Derek looked like he was ready for it. But, I mean, losing workers from 2 players would have been pretty brutal for us at this point. Nah, brutal walkthrough. So, Psy's going 6 tanks. What do I have? Oh, I was getting ready for some Mutalisks, trying to get Blink so that I could blink and pick him off. Enemy, this guy's just going mutas. Blue, let's bust out the unit tab during this little lull. So only 9 roaches for red. He lost most of his in my base. Blue's got 15 mutas, such a good harassing army, and instead he's just hanging out. Purple has 20 stalkers. He's content to just mass them. I only have 15 and 3. That harass hurt me, but I'm only down 2 total units and an expo. Okay, I suck. Psy's got 6 tanks, which against these almost all ground armies will be really effective. 5 Hellions. I'll go somewhere useful, I guess. And some Marines. Marine tank, pretty good against any army in the game. And green's kind of getting back in the game with 4 zealots, but hey, it's something. White, only 7 stalkers and 1 sentry. We're down quite a bit, it looks like. Army tab. So purple in the lead pretty easily. Blue's in the lead with gas. The only one on our side who's got, well, Psy and I both have something. Luckily, once again, teal kind of sucks. These two not doing much either. Whoops, return to game. Back to the game. What do we got happening? Looks like a stalker push. Green got some cannons. Not terribly sure why I did that. Psy saturating this expo. Got the meals. He's got the gas going, which is what he really needs, because that allows him to pump tanks on no Raxes. You're making me look bad here, Psy. Alright. Back to the actual fighting. Just 1 attack upgrade for the Protoss. 0 for me. How close am I? Almost got mine. Yeah. I was leaving to go defend, but instead they blink up into my base. I don't react to get my probes out in time. Losing all of them. This guy's being emo again. Roach is coming in. Psy's sieged up though, so they can't push up here. The roaches are kind of useless. And I'm trying to get the fight. My Nexus is screwed. I can't beat all this. I'm trying to get the fight over by Psy's tanks. And you'll see that here soon. There they go. The stalkers run away from the tanks. The Marines go engage, or the mutas go engage the Marines. Great break for us. I would not have been able to beat the mutas with the stalkers. Once the mutas left though, I could go in and take the stalkers out. I'm also going to blink, pick off a couple of mutas. And this guy's just rallying roaches to their death. And yeah, this guy's talking shit about me. Dude, you lost to a pool rush. Okay. Moving on. I'm not bitter. I typoed my fucking blinked into them, and then I was going to tell him he died to links, but I can't really talk. I'm a little heated right now, and I'm more worried about counterattacking. I've still got 17 stalkers, and Psy has 8 tanks with a few Marines. We killed a lot of the mutas, and I'm going to pick off a few more here. I'm pulling back a little bit. These are all I have. I'm trying to get rebuilt down here, but I didn't say my guys didn't get a transfer. So we need to do some damage to them now. We have 2 players who are pretty far behind. But that's a lot of stalkers, a lot of tanks. These mutas can't do anything. Hydras, even with the splash damage change, or the tank damage change, Hydra's not that great against tanks, especially with a wall of units protecting them. So Psy's going to siege up here. He kind of had to do it because if one of these Hydras would have engaged us and been a problem. But it'll work because he can reach the ramp, so any reinforcements from red will die. And here they come, trying to take out the tanks. Looks like they're focusing down some tanks. Not a lot of them though. I think purple kind of lost control of his micro. He focused down 2 tanks real quick, let the others survive. That was big trouble for him. I lost most of my stalkers. White lost a lot of his stuff, but now he's bringing in some Phoenix for those mutas, which is awesome. One of the biggest hard counters in the game is the Phoenix versus muta. And we're taking red out. He's got 3 hatch, but, well, not going to be doing anything to us. And once again, this goes back to, where are my units? 30 workers for each of these 2 guys. Red had 40, but he's dying now. 30 workers on 2 base is so not enough. Psy's got 45 with mules. Our ally has 40. Even green has 40. I have 10. I suck. Either way, back to the fight. So we took a lot of damage this game, but they just never saturated well enough to keep up with us. Red trying to throw down some colonies. Not working. Psy's rallying troops. Both Psy and White are rallying the troops, which is huge in fights like this. You need those extra units, especially because the enemy is doing it since you're in their base. Blue throwing away some more Mutalisk. Just poor management by units this game. They got out macroed mainly by Psy, and they didn't use the units they had well enough. We could leave this base now. No reason to clean it up. That's what Psy and I are doing. I'm blinking up here to try and protect Psy. I'm going to lose the rest of my stalkers, but these guys are what's important. The tanks are important, my stalkers, and the Marines are expendable. Now White's getting in the fight. The Phoenix working against the Colossi and the Mutalisks. And as you can tell, a game that we were easily behind most of the game. We made a nice comeback. They now have a pretty much fully dead player. Well, he's trying to get a hatchery, but yeah. They pretty much have a dead player. I'm hurt, but getting back to being saturated. This guy's just losing some Hydras. Psy switching over to Thor. Not sure if that's for the mutas or if he just wanted a more mobile army and he has a lot of money. I did not ask him that. But pushing in the second enemy base, just spine crawlers late game, not going to do shit. And Twig is now moving, looks like he took out this expansion. So he did make a comeback. When you die in a team game, never just like quit and give up, because you get plenty of time to come back. It's not like ones where you lose your main, you're screwed. In fact, he made such a comeback. There you go, spending some of your money. Got 600 minerals and 1400 gas. He could have shared that with me. Meanwhile, Zerg base dying, it had nothing. And during the game, I didn't really notice this either. Still rallying. 4 stalkers. Oh, those are mine. Cool. I'm getting back. A lot more stalkers, a lot more marines. So you want to keep reinforcing during big fights. And we're wrapping up here. I don't have a timer blocker thing like Psy, so you know the game's about to end. I didn't even think about that until just now. But just a fun little 4v4. You got to see some, not smack talking, but just some silly talking from Psy and I, pretending like we didn't know what to do. Okay, I had to tell our ally that 3 guys 8 point, it was only 2. Does not mean we auto lose. And that's what you want to take away from this is it's all about saturation. They say GG. Psy says get the fuck out because someone GG'd earlier when the game wasn't over. It turns out that was our ally that GG'd earlier, not one of the enemies, but whatever. Don't GG early. Just bad manner, especially when the game's not fucking over. 2 upgrades on those. That's the game. Let me know how I did. This was my first attempt at a ladder commentary, and 4v4 there's a lot of shit going on. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Oh, Red got back in the game with some sick saturation distance mining. But it didn't matter. He was dead. I was hurt, but I was going to switch to Phoenix, and then our ally did it better. I had a lot of money, but at this point game was over. So there you go. I guess I don't get to see the score screen. Dude, fuck this. Quit replay. You guys can all hang on with me so we can go see the score screen. Let's see. This was the last game I played too. This is very professional. Match history, bullshit loss right there. I hate losing. And yes, I got a 0-point win in random team. That happens. Thanks Blizzard for putting me in games where I don't gain anything. Psy, pretty obvious that Psy won on score there. Purple came in next, our ally came in next. I mean, these are the guys who took the least damage throughout the game. Red came in dead last, even though he saturated better than his allies and he died late. Just, these two weren't all that great, which is good for us because we would have been in trouble. Our ally died, made a comeback, and got 3rd to last. I lost my main, so I got 4th to last. Otherwise, I would have probably passed I would have stayed ahead of these two. And then the 2 useful players. Psy killed a whole bunch. So that's all. I just wanted you guys to see the score screen because they're kind of cool for 4s. Yeah, let me know what you thought again. I'll get back to the single players now.